Susan Springer. I am a 3-day eventer. I love my Amerigo saddles. They put me in the perfect position.
Hey, I'm Tim Bourke, and this is my wife Marley Bourke, and we live in Virginia at Stone's Throw Farm, just up the road from Sharon White's. I've been eventing since I can remember. You know, I grew up in Ireland. My family had a riding school as I was growing up, and that's really how I got into horses, and went to college and did horses through college and got competing. Worked for a guy called John Craig, who bred a lot of those very famous Kilroden horses, and then just ended up getting a job working over here for Bruce Davidson. Moved to the United States and worked for Bruce for 2 years, and then have worked for Sharon for 5 years. She's been awesome, big part of our lives. You know, moved up through the levels, and that's been it. How about you, Moss?
Well, I am from New York City, downtown New York, so I did not grow up around horses, but I started riding when I was about 4 as a bribe from my parents to want to leave this city, and just fell in love with it and have been riding ever since. So different backgrounds, but we ended up doing the same thing.
We actually met when I worked for Bruce, and Marley worked for Bonnie Mosser at the same time. So we met in Unionville, I don't know, a long time ago.
A while ago. 9 years ago, something like that.
We're very competitive, you know.
We both want to beat each other.
It's a good feeling, but it makes for a long car ride home when one does better than the other, you know. But it's really good having someone in your life that's as supportive of your career and your hobby, and you know, I think it works really well for both of us that we're so in love with the sport, you know. Sharon, of course.
Yeah, I would go with the same.
Have to go with Sharon. She's been really a big part of my riding and a big part of where I've come to so far. You know, she's been so good to both of us. You know, and
has been really supportive too in us starting our own business and buying a farm just down the road from her. So we've had her over a couple times to try to place everything and figure out what's the, you know, what makes the most sense, and just bounce ideas off her. So she's been really helpful as we've, and you know, as Tim's moved on. She's very much still a part of everything and helpful in helping us start the business and coming up with ideas for the property and everything like that.
And I think a big part of why it's so useful is she doesn't just dictate herself as to what we should do. All of her mentors are part of who mentors us as well. You know, Linda Zhang has helped us a bunch on the flat, and Jimmy, of course. I mean, where would we be without Jimmy? I mean, he's still just so good to us. He helped me warm up for the show jumping today, and we walked a lot of the elements of the cross country. You know, and it's really inspirational to hear what he has to say, and it's just those little things that make the big difference. Did Kentucky last year. Obi was 9. Got 3 fences from home, and should have pulled up. We had a fall. He ran out of air and went from there straight to Rudenriddle and had tie-back surgery, and he feels fitter and stronger than he ever has since then. He came back in the fall and ran around Fair Hill. So that's a pretty good test as to whether the surgery was successful or not, and it's been a complete success with him. And you know, the dressage is never very good with Obi, but I got to take it for what it's worth, and the amount of experience that I get in being able to go out and compete around these big courses, and you know, he makes it look easy out there, and for me to have a horse to be able to ride confidently around very big tracks, it really is a good part for my riding. I personally would love to compete for my country. that's a big thing on my bucket list. When I can check that one off, I might decide that I want to be an American citizen then. But we'll try. That's my big bucket list. How about you?
I want to get to Rolex. I mean, I think everyone does. We do plan to have kids. It's not in the near future, but we're very much family
orientated
people, and I think it will be something for us in the future. It's not.
I think in the last year, having gotten married, buying a farm, setting up our own business, everyone thinks that, you know, where this clock is ticking, what's going on here.
If it was up to Tim, we'd probably already have 5 kids. So I mean,
you know, we're not in any rush. We're not in any rush, but it's something that will happen in the future, and you know.
And they'll be riding Obi around, probably advanced when he's like 40.